Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Krashek with another Montreal Canadian video. And yes, today we are talking about a news that kind of dropped a week and a half about the center position for the start of the season for the Montreal Canadiens, that Kirby Dach could be out maybe at the start of the season. So I had fun a little bit and kind of think about 4 possible options for the Montreal Canadiens for the number 2 center position for the start of the season or for next year totally. So this is 4 possible options I think could make sense for the Montreal Canadiens and also the other team. The first option is still a UFA right now, and it's Zacha Roslovic. Last year had finished the season with the Corona Hurricanes, and he's a pretty solid player if you ask me. If you need a middle 6 player that is gonna give you pretty steady number, Zacha Roslovic is the guy. A center, 6'1", he's 28 years old, 194 pounds. So yeah, a pretty steady guy. But in terms of number, you're probably gonna have to 40 to 45 points a year with a 15 to 20 goal a year with this player. The problems with Roslovic, and like a lot of these type of player, is the consistency. This is a guy that on the big picture is very consistent, but it doesn't show up every night. Also, the physical part and the defensive part of the game is not really great for Zacha Roslovic. He's not the most engaged player you're gonna find on the ice. He's doing his job, but he's not the most consistent and engaged player. And I don't know if it's the best fit for the Montreal Canadiens, but could be a great option for a $2 million 1-year deal, kind of backup solution for the Habs. This option, I've heard about it whole summer, but kind of didn't happen, is Pavel Zacha for the Boston Bruins. And we know Boston and Montreal very rarely do trade, but we kind of swipe pick this summer, so maybe the door is open right now or for the future. I really love Zacha's game. He's a 6'4", 208 pounds lefty center. Like I said, we have a lot of righty. So his is a lefty, that could be a great upside. In terms of number, he's a guy that do normally between 45 to 55 points a year. So a pretty steady guy. In terms of trade and value, I think a trade with Kirby Dach, Owen Beck, and a 2nd round pick could get you maybe a Pavel Zacha. And I think the fit with Patrick Kane and Demi Dove would be crazy good for the Habs. So I think Zacha for me is a very possible option. I think the value is not crazy, but also I think in terms of fit with the size, the fact he's a lefty, the production, the defensive awareness, all those things and tools that he have could be a very great fit for the Montreal Canadiens. And now it's time to take a time machine and bring back Phillip Danault. And I think Danault could be a very, very good fit for the Montreal Canadiens for the next 2 seasons, because he have 2 seasons left on his contract. And I think Phil is an amazing guy to bring back. I know he's a little bit older, 32 years old. He's a 6'1", 201 pound lefty center. So again, a lefty. And yes, his production have slowed down a little bit, but I think with 2 very offensive-minded winger, I think his number could get up a little bit. So yeah, I think Phillip Danault could be a great option. And I think trade-wise, a trade Danault versus Madison, I think LA need a puck-moving defenseman, and Montreal need a center who could play 18, 17 minutes a night, is very solid. And I think the lineup could survive losing Madison. And I think LA need this puck-moving guy. So we know Phillip Danault, we love him. I think the fit in the locker room and with the fan, everything on the ice, the defensive side, the deep play that he could take off Suzuki, just being him and Evans. I think the fit with the Habs could be amazing with Phillip Danault. And the first option, and probably the least possible one, is Jared McCann from the Seattle Kraken. He's one of my favorite underrated player in the NHL right now. At 29 years old, 6'1" and 185 pounds. He's a lefty center, and he have one of the cheapest and best contract in the NHL for the next 2 seasons. He's a guy who do between 55 to 70 points a year, and I think as a second center, he could do easily between 55 to 65 points a year in Montreal. A trade with McCann will cost a little bit more. I think a trade with Kirby Dach, Kapanen, Joshua Roy, second round and a fourth round pick could maybe give him McCann to the Montreal Canadiens, but this is a big maybe. I think McCann fit with Montreal would be amazing as the second center. He can play on the power play, the D play, produce, being very good in a lot of facets of the game. He's a guy with a lot of experience and a player that I like a lot. So I think Jared McCann could be a game-changing center for the second line. So that was my video about the 4 possible options for the Montreal Canadiens for the spot on number 2 center. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.